Hello there. Welcome back to Empower Your Soul. I am here to talk about the fuck you moments that are so important to your life. Yep, I said it. I said I'm here to talk about the fuck you moments. These have been happening over and over and over again for me. And if I were to say it without an expletive, which is not my favorite way to say things, if I'm honest with you, these are moments of spiritual mic drops, moments of epiphanies, moments of realization, and it's almost like these puzzle pieces coming together is kind of the energetic imprint of these fuck you moments. And these have been happening so much with me. And I think it's on purpose because it's by design, because I listen when I say fuck you now. And I think they know that, so they just keep bringing me more and more fuck you moments. Let's talk about it and let's break it down. And I'm hoping Spirit will back me up because I didn't prep for this. This is totally on the fly for me, this episode. So I wanted to kind of talk about fuck you moments. So what I have been finding is that I have been asking and asking for the answers. And maybe this is where we're supposed to go with this, because I have been asking my team for answers and answers and answers about me, my path, my journey, where should I be? I've had lots of, not bragging because it's not easy, but I've had lots of business opportunities that have been coming my way lately. And I'm struggling to know what to say yes to and what to say no to, because a lot of these don't have a clear outcome. A lot of them don't have a guaranteed return on investment. And a lot of them, honest to God, feel like a gamble. And I know that I'm at this point right now where Spirit is really fucking challenging me and trying to get me out of my left brain, my logical ways of making decisions, using data, using, obvious answers, and really pushing me into my, I want to say right brain, but I don't even know if it's my right brain, my intuitive information and feeling what the answer should be. And it is so uncomfortable for me because I usually make decisions based on data. No word of a lie. I'm going to say it. I look at my social media data, engagement, views, likes, comments, and I go through that and I try to identify what are the trends, what do people like, what do people not like, and then I try to make videos based on where is the biggest engagement, because obviously y'all like it. So I mean, I could just hit record and be intuitive with my social stuff, but let's be honest here. This is a business. Every single video takes time. It's fucking exhausting. Those of you that do social media, you know. And so I can't take a gamble on my energy. So I use data to help me figure out what's the right energy that people want to hear about, right? What topics, what goes where, like what are the best types of formats, platforms, etc. Because if I'm going to spend this energy, I want the biggest bang for my buck. And this is how I operate. I operate in the space of data to make decisions. And as I'm saying this, I'm seeing Spirit laugh out loud in my head. And it feels like everything is a 180, because not everything that's data is going to produce the outcomes that I want. And it's this old dumb saying. I say dumb because it makes me angry. It's a great saying though. Like, past performance does not indicate future success. Fuck you. That's what I'm talking about. Those are the fuck you moments. So we're doing it live on air right now. These are the fuck you moments where I have a realization that hits me so hard that I literally say to the person talking to me, usually to myself most of the time, and I just go, fuck you. And this has been happening over and over and over again. So it's these moments of needing to bring in answers to my problems, questions. I'm sitting there meditating about, talking to Spirit about what's my direction? What should I do here? Give me information. I don't understand this. And then it all fucking comes together in a fuck you moment. And usually that fuck you moment happens like this, me talking out loud on the podcast. It might happen through other people talking about the same thing, feeling, thank God for my circle, everybody. Thank God for my witches. Carly, who I'm going to have on the podcast in a little bit. Like, there's so many of you, April, Claire, like there's so many of you that I'm actively engaged with that give me these spiritual downloads and these fuck you moments all the time. So thank you for being a conduit from spirit. So I want you to pay attention. I want you to pay attention, because not all of the information is going to come in through the way that we expect it to. So I think that's like what I'm learning, right? Because I expect it to come in through data. I can measure, analyze, and predict what the future is. Thanks for that I can't do that anymore. It will come in through meditation, automatic journaling. It'll come in through this feeling of I need to do this. But literally right now, I'm going to play it in my mind, and I'm not going to talk about what I'm going to talk about because I don't know if I'm going to do this or not. But I've been presented with a really awesome business idea, and I've been mulling it over. And I'm just like, I see the pluses, I see the minuses. I'm not sure where to go. This is probably going to be a pretty big investment in terms of my time and my money. I don't know what the ROI is going to be. Even if there is an ROI, I might go negative on this thing. And so like, I can't use data because I've never done this before. There is no data to make this decision. And when I tap into my gut feel, my intuition, or when I ask spirit for signs, they're all over the fucking place. I asked them to show me a specific number. And I was like, could you please show me, oh, I'm getting boxed right now. Could you please show me this specific number? But what happens is they show me everything but that exact number. Like they'll show me one number off. They'll put the numbers on a license plate together, but there's a whole bunch of letters and other numbers in between them. So I'm like, so there's no clear direction or guidance from spirit when I'm fucking asking for it, right? But then I'll get in a one-on-one chat with dear Carly, who you're going to meet, and she fucking lays it out for me. And I'm just like, damn it, fuck you, Carly. And so I think this is where I don't know what to do with this other than just tell you to pay attention for the moments that you're like, oh my God, did you just say that? That's exactly the advice and perspective I have been looking for. Do you know what she said I hope you don't mind, Carly. I'm chatting about you today. Hopefully your ears are ringing. You know, that was literally her voxing me right now. So her ears are ringing while I'm doing this. But she literally said, and I was like, you got to trademark this. This is brilliant. In the middle of a coaching call, she's just like, a lot of people are the butterfly that want to go back into being the caterpillar. I was like, oh my God, fuck you. That is such a, yes. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take my new self and shove it into the old familiar patterns and beliefs and expectations that I had. And it's not, I can't go back. I can't undo the wings. I can't undo the cocoon. So I have to invent a new way forward. And I don't know what that way forward is, decision making yet. But right now they're giving me these fuck you moments so that I can get that perspective. So I can get these downloads because the momentum doesn't stop, right? Needing to make these decisions don't stop. And I don't know about you, but this year they are coming at me hot and heavy. Like they are coming at me so fast. And these decisions have to be made in like a week and a half's worth of time. And I'm like, I don't even have enough time to sit and like digest this. Cause like, as I speak, I have 2 kids home today, right? Like I have kids that are sick. I have sports coming, right? And so there's just this really interesting dynamic of needing to make these fast decisions and not getting any fucking help making these decisions. Woe is me. First world problems over here. Apologies, everybody. I know, but we all have our things, right? I'm not going to minimize my problems because I feel like it's very similar to what you're all going through. And it's so hard to make some of these decisions that are coming at us so fast and making sure we're doing it with the right quality and time and feedback. And maybe that's the lesson, is that these decisions that are coming at me, at us, they're not final. If we say no to this, something else will come along. And then I love the perspective that Carly and my metaphysical friends give me. They're like, every decision you make is not the wrong decision. And I'm like, oh, fuck you. Every decision I make is the right decision. I should just write a book of fuck yous. Maybe I need to do that. It's just like, what? And maybe after this, I'll do a community post and just say, what was your fuck you moment this week? Right? Another good one, for example, that I've been facing is, I'm going to go there. I'm going to consolidate this. Spirit's telling me it's a two for this one. So I felt the need to post on LinkedIn that I talked to the dead. And for those of you that have been in the corporate world, you know the vibe and energy that exists on LinkedIn. Like, I'm going to trash it. So I'm sorry if you're an active LinkedIn member that you thoroughly love this platform, but it's complete shit. It's full of toxic people that are trying to elbow their way essentially up the food chain to the next job, the next rotation, the next promotion. And essentially it's like this very toxic networking platform for professionals generally in the corporate space. And it's so interesting to me because there have been people in my life that I love dearly that are like, I think I'm going to go on LinkedIn. And I was like, you might want to rethink that. Unless the energy of that platform has changed, I realize there's a lot of really cool business professionals on there. I don't see that space because I don't see that small business people, like people that are actively trying to grow their business and do better. They're not on LinkedIn. Right? Like, check your target demographic because the people that I have engaged on LinkedIn have all been in corporate America. They have all been people that are essentially, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm saying it, God, just forgive me, everybody. It's a cesspool of people who are just trying to fucking survive the corporate world and find their next job because we all know their layoffs are always imminent in that space. And so keeping in touch with your network is a survival mechanism for us financially on LinkedIn. Headhunters, aka recruiters, use LinkedIn to headhunt you to the next job. I know I've been recruited to every job I've ever been in, right? And 99% of them, I think, 99% of them, with the exception of my consulting, has all been through LinkedIn headhunters that have come in and asked me to come over to their company, right? Always been recruited out. So for me to post on LinkedIn that I talked to the dead is essentially my death sentence for finding another job in corporate America. I mean, and honest to God, that's what it felt like. And why the fuck would I do that, right? Besides, I keep getting these calls from Spirit, from other readers to post it, to post what I do, to be more authentic in what I do and show up and truthful in who I am and what I do. And so I fucking ignored that shit so hard. I did. I was like, fuck you. No, I'm not doing that. There was a different type of fuck you. But I was like, absolutely not. So maybe it's like fuck you versus fuck me. I don't know. Maybe there's a difference there. Anyway, I digress. I give all the fucks, apparently. So there's so many expletives. Welcome to my energy, everybody. This is authentic me showing up. But I kept getting these hits to do it. And I'm like, absolutely not. And then someone at my previous job who knows what I do gave me as a referral to a former staff member of hers. You know who you are. Hello, girl. And she showed up and she's like, I worked with you at this company. And I was like, motherfucker. I didn't work with her directly, but her name looked really familiar and I couldn't place it. And then I was like, there it is. Fine. And then it was just like the unveiling of the curtain and just showing me that there's so many people out there on LinkedIn. And I got the thumbs up from my Mac right now. There's so many people out there on LinkedIn that need the healing and need the hope. And so, but they don't, I'm not quite sure. I haven't pieced it all together, and I'll fully admit this, but there was some need for me to be on there and give transparency to who I am and what I do, because my integrity is top notch in my corporate job. I mean, not to humble brag, but I'm one of the best at what I do in my job, right? Which is why I've never had to really apply for a job. Have I had to interview? Yeah, okay, kinda. I say kinda because everyone I've interviewed with, I've probably worked at one point or another, except for my very first job. So I just felt called to post. And so I use the wonders of Claude AI because I don't know what the fuck I'm going to type, right? So I was like, okay, well, this is my situation. And it spit out a very lovely post. So I 100% admit that I Clauded that shit. And I posted it. And I proceeded to have heart fucking palpitations. I don't know where this is going. We're going to get there. Heart palpitations the entire next day, the day after, panic attacks. I had an event that night. Like, it wasn't good. My mental health was not good for a couple days there. And what was so interesting about posting that, in the most vulnerable sense of the word, is that it was the same exact energy I felt when I felt like I had to cut off my family. It was this odd feeling of knowing I needed to do it. When I posted it and I hit post, this nervousness, but also this sense of calm, like this is what I'm supposed to be doing, because calm for me is always my indicator that I did the right thing, because choices shouldn't feel, there's my answer, fuck you, about one of these decisions about what I should do. Calm is always my indicator that I've made the right choice, because decisions should not feel crazy, should not be heart palpitations. The right alignment decisions always feel calm for me afterwards, to the point where I, just as an example, I'm going way down the rabbit hole here. As an example, when I found my I say lake house, but it's like a camp. It's 600 square feet. It's down like a fucking cliff. So like, this is not a glamorous camp, but it's exactly what we wanted. And my husband and I had been looking and saving and looking for like a lake house for probably 15 years. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm pretty sure it was 15 years. We had been looking and saving and looking and saving. And we got to this house, and it was in the middle of COVID. And it was on the market literally one day. And I called my best friend, who's a real estate agent. And I'm like, can you need to show us this house today. And he said, okay, no problem. So he literally showed us the house that day it went on the market. We put in the offer that night. But so we put in the offer because it's the perfect little, like, it's the littlest camp. It was built in 1945. It's got it's so cute. The bedrooms are big enough to fit a bed. It was unfinished. The floors were plywood. There was no trim. It was a man's camp. It was a fishing camp for sure. And then they accepted our offer. just to prove the point. Do you know what I felt? After 15 years of looking for a camp, I'm fucking crying right now because this energy is so strong. I felt calm. I was like, well, this is it. It was like shrug of the shoulders. That's our camp. And that was that. And it was done. And there was no excitement, elation. It was, don't mind me trying not to sob. It was this feeling, and I don't know why this is getting me. Out of everything I've said, I'm gonna laugh, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna say fuck way too many times. I'm probably gonna be censored the podcast after this. But it was this sense of, I found it. I've been searching and I found it, and it's fine. And it's like that part of my soul that I've been looking for. It's what it felt like. It felt like I found a part of my soul, and it just put it right in the ribs. It's right where it belongs. And now I know I'll never, ever get rid of that house. I know that house is going to be passed down through the generations. I'm emotional, everybody. How many of your other podcasters cry? Is it just me? Is it just me? Tears rolling down my face over here on YouTube. My eyes are all red now. But that's what decisions that are in alignment with me feel like. They feel calm. They feel like they belong. When my son was born, I was like, oh, I've been waiting for him. When my daughter, and this is before the metaphysical shit. All of this is before the metaphysical shit. When my daughter was born, I was like, we're done. Let's go schedule your snip. We done. I was like, she's the one I was waiting for. I knew my son was coming. She's the one I was waiting for. Her name literally means wished for. And I was like, we're done. We're not having any, go get the snipperoo. We're done. And so it's just this weird sense of calm that comes over me when the right decisions are made. So if I bring it back up, let me go dig myself out from this energetic hole that I'm in right now. I don't even know where the hell this came from. Oh, hang on. They're rewinding it in my brain right now. So when I talk about like having to make the decision to cut off my family, I felt this sense of calm. And I was like, this is the right decision. When I posted this on LinkedIn, I felt the sense of calm. And I'm like, okay, this is the right decision. Doesn't mean I didn't have panic attacks the next day, but it was this feeling of like closing a loop, which is where I think the panic kind of came from. And this like energetic, like bitch slap came from, is just this panic attack of holy shit. I really just did that. Did I just undo? Did I just like crucify myself in terms of my social network? Like, am I never ever going to get a job there? Like, what if this mediumship thing fucking doesn't pan out? I've now burned those bridges, but sometimes bridges need to be burned. And so having this same, it's so interesting to me because having the same energetic impact across two very, or I'm going to say like historically, and I've reconciled with my family, right? We're good now, but I needed to go through it for me to be me, for me to find my path and be who I am today. I wouldn't be here if I didn't do that. So almost being stuck in that same energy again was so fucking traumatic, but also so reflective for me as to this is a turning point. There is no going back. This is the path I need to be on. And so that having that second signature, like energetic fingerprint come again, and having it come with peace and then panic attacks and then upset stomach. And I'm going to be honest with you, like digestion issues for like several days afterwards. Like that was my fuck you moment of, this is exactly what I needed to do. And I don't have to like it in the moment, but I have to trust that it's going to bring me where I'm supposed to bring me. And so okay, thank God Spirit's on my side. Otherwise, I don't know what I would talk about or where all these things would go or if they'd even make sense. And God forbid I try to actually plan an episode. That'll never happen anymore. But what I want to say is pay attention to the fuck you moments. Pay attention to the people around you, the words people are giving you. Pay attention to spiritual downloads and spiritual signs. Pay attention to stories you see, right? Pay attention to like everything that comes your way. And if you end up saying, fuck you, that's for you. That's a big mic drop. But also pay attention to the energetic imprints, right? Are you feeling the same exact way that you felt when you made another similar decision? That is your own intuition, body's way of saying like, fuck you to you too, because you are revisiting energy and you're probably going to have a similar process. It's going to be like, and hopefully that's positive, right? But it's for me, it was positive. It didn't feel positive, but that energetic imprint was telling me I made the right decision and just wait. You can't go back because you're not supposed to go back. Just wait and see what happens. So pay attention to all these like, fuck you moments, because they are moments of fucking gold. They are moments of gold. And I catch myself saying fuck you over and over and over again. And so these are the things that make me realize I'm on the right path. And a lot of these moments are things I end up healing and then sharing with my clients as well. So more to come. I want to hear about your fuck you moments. I'm going to add this to my, I'm just writing it down. My Wednesdays, one of my Wednesday community posts, because I want to hear what are your fuck you moments. I'm desperate to hear this. I think it's going to be amazing. Tell me about them. Because fuck you moments are successes. They are progress. They are fucking energy imprints from spirit telling you you're on the right fucking path. Screw signs. I don't want signs and synchronicities anymore. I'm asking for fuck you moments, and you should too.